Hey, Jose Monkey, can you find me?
You asked me to figure out where this video was recorded, so I did. Hi, I'm Jose Monkey, and I find people who ask to be found. People love to share dashcam videos, especially if the video shows something wild that they think is going to go viral. But how much are you revealing when you share a video like that? Well, as it turns out, it could be quite a lot. This dashcam video is about 30 seconds long and it shows us two views. One out of the front of the vehicle showing us where the person is going, and one showing the driver and glimpses of the outside through their windows. I'm actually going to split the video into the two separate parts so I can show you each one separately. By the way, the smiley faces that you see here on the video were added by the person who sent it to cover up some information that they did not want to share. And that's totally fine. Check out the video.
Hey, Jose Monkey, can you find me? This is my dashcam. Hey, Jose Monkey, can you find me? This is my dashcam.
So what can we see? Okay, I'm going to focus on the front view because that's where most of the clues are, but I will point out a couple things in the rear view as well. So we've got a couple of signs at the very start here. On the right side, we have this sign that tells us that we have the Office of the Attorney General, Child Support Division. And then on the other side of the road, we have a sign that appears to say WIC. I'll come back to that. We have some flags here, which I was hoping might tell me what state this is, but I wasn't able to get a clear look at them. We have a church here on the right-hand side, and there's actually a sign for the church, but I was not able to read what it said. As the person's driving, several cars pass in the opposite direction, and some of them have front license plates. I'll come back to that too.
Bro, you can't be double dipping on the I'll come back to that.
I'll come back to that.
See, now you're just being crazy.
The rest of the video doesn't show us too many more landmarks. The driver reaches a bridge, and as they cross the bridge, we can see that on the left side of the road we have a building that appears to say barbecue. Also, the other camera view at the very beginning shows us another sign, but I was not able to read what that said. Okay, let's talk about the license plates.
Yo, what about the sign?
I gotta pop the stack, man. Last in, first out.
Like I know what that means?
It means I'll come back to the sign.
Bruh.
Okay, so we have two cars that have Texas license plates, but we also see two cars that do not have front plates, and that's significant because Texas is a two-plate state. I tried checking the other view to see if we'd get a glimpse of the rear plates on those cars, but they were really on screen only for a couple frames and they were too blurry. But we do see one more car that has a vanity plate on the front, and that plate appears to be an LSU plate. LSU, of course, stands for Louisiana State University. So based on all of those license plates, I was thinking that maybe this person was somewhere near the Texas-Louisiana border. Okay, let's talk about the WIC sign. WIC stands for Women, Infants, and Children, and it refers to a public health nutrition program under the jurisdiction of the United States Department of Agriculture. That program provides support for low-income, pregnant, and postpartum women, infants, and children under the age of 5 who are at nutritional risk. Now, WIC is a federal program, but it is administered locally by 1,900 different agencies at 10,000 different clinics across the country. So finding this specific clinic might be difficult. Fortunately, we have a few clues that help us here. First, I was thinking we should be looking in either Texas or Louisiana, and we also have a blurry logo on that WIC sign. Even though I couldn't read it, I was hoping it might help me narrow things down. So I just started looking for WIC clinics in eastern Texas and western Louisiana. And I didn't really expect to find this place using that approach by pulling up random locations, but I was hoping that I might be able to find a clinic that had a similar looking logo. And I did find one. I'd only looked at a few locations when I found this place and saw this logo that looked very much like what we see in the video. That is the logo for UTMB Health. UTMB stands for the University of Texas Medical Branch. Okay, now we're getting somewhere. I pulled up the UTMB Health site and found their page about WIC clinics. It listed the locations of those clinics, and there were only about 20 of them. I figured that list wasn't too long, I could probably just go through them one by one. But as I scanned through the locations, I noticed that Nacogdoches was on the list. Now, I'm no expert on Texas geography, but I do know that Nacogdoches is in eastern Texas and is relatively close to the Louisiana border. So I took a shot and pulled up a map of that clinic. And as soon as I did, I saw that that location was directly across the street from the Child Support Services office and a church. And as I moved a bit down the road, I saw a bridge followed by a barbecue joint. And guys, that was it. You were here in Nacogdoches, Texas. I used Google Street View to confirm the view of the church that we see, as well as the WIC clinic. I also confirmed the view of the barbecue place that we see toward the end of the video, as well as that business that we see at the very beginning of the video in the rear view camera, which I learned was called Collision Specialists. Normally, if I receive a video from somebody who is traveling, I will try to calculate their speed based on the distance they traveled and how long it took, but their dashcam video tells us exactly how fast they were going, so that seemed like a side quest that was not necessary. Okay, have I answered all of your questions now?
All but one.
What's that?
You think that barbecue joint's any good?
I have no idea, but it appears to have 4 stars on Google reviews.
We should go.
We can't just drive to Texas for barbecue.
Not with that attitude.
Okay, it's time to check which previous location was closest to this one. And this time it's the place I found in Season 2, Episode 148 in Athens, Texas. That's about 78 miles or 126 kilometers away from the spot. Guys, go check out the map of all the places I've found for you so far from the videos you've sent me. And while you're on my site, maybe go check out my store or sign up for my Patreon. And if anybody else wants me to find them, record a video where you say, "Find me, Jose Monkey," or something like that on camera, or hold up a sign that says something similar. And don't forget to tag me in a comment on that video.
Yo, you think that barbecue place delivers here?
No, I seriously doubt it.